Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining my live video. So today we're gonna be doing Yoruba lesson. All right, this is actually my first live on TikTok, and I'm gonna be teaching you some Yoruba words today. All right, I will share my screen so that you can actually see what I want to teach you today. All right. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. Okay, so what I will be doing is sharing my screen with you, and I'm gonna let you see what I'll be teaching you today. So there's going to be a bit of a quick switch in the change. Yeah, I forgot about that. So this is, yes, here we go. Can you see my screen? Thank you very much. I will bring this down here so you can actually see what I am teaching you. All right, beautiful. Okay, dáadáa ni mo wà, ẹ ṣé o. Mo wà dáadáa. Ṣé dáadáa lẹ́yìn náà wà? Ẹ ṣé o gan ni tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lénìí. Okay, so this is what we'll be breaking down today, this sentence right here. If you follow me on Instagram, you would actually see from my story that I put up a snippet from a Yoruba movie on my story just to see how much you understand Yoruba and how much you can pick, how much words you know. So this sentence is taken from that movie, and we are going to be breaking down this sentence, what it means, word for word, so that you're able to use it in your daily sentence, in all of that. Okay, so this sentence here reads, téèyàn bá wá pé ẹni re ò sí o, ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ṣóun náà hùwà re. Did you see how I read that? Téèyàn bá wá pé ẹni re ò sí o, ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ṣóun náà hùwà re. Let me know in the comments if you have any idea what this sentence actually meant, okay? But I would continue to break it down for you all right? Okay, so we go into the next slide, and we're going to be looking at the first phrase up there, which is téèyàn bá. This one right here. So the first sentence here is téèyàn bá. Téèyàn bá. Oh, right. So you already saw this on my Instagram story. Okay, well done. Okay, then. So I will break it down more for you because, like I said on my Instagram story, yeah, you could have a full understanding of what a sentence means, but can you break it down? Do you have an idea what each sentence actually, or each phrase or word actually mean? So the first bit is téèyàn bá. Try to repeat after me or take notes so that you can review them afterward. Unfortunately, on TikTok doesn't make life stay. They just go away. Once life is done, it's done. That's it. So try to take notes. All right. Téèyàn bá is used when you're speaking. Téèyàn bá. Téèyàn bá. Try to say that. Téèyàn bá. Té, mi, èèyàn, do. Bá. Bá. Téèyàn bá. If someone. That's what it means. But if you want to write it down, it has to be tí èèyàn bá, which is the one in green. Tí èèyàn bá. If someone. To say if in Yoruba, you need to say tí bá. Tí bá is the phrase that you use in Yoruba if you want to say if. But you cannot use it on its own. There has to be a noun or a pronoun in the middle of tí and bá. Okay? Tí èèyàn bá. You can also use this as yourself, like tí mo bá. Tí mo is me or I. Okay? Tí mo bá, if I want to do something. Tí mo bá fẹ́ lọ. Like that. I have a comprehensive lesson on the use of tí bá on my Instagram. So if you check, you would see a full lesson on how to use tí bá in Yoruba. Okay, and èèyàn, èèyàn means person. It can as well mean people. Okay, èèyàn can be person. It can as well be people. It depends on how you use it, the context. Hey, hello, thank you so much for joining. Welcome. So it depends on the context of how you use the word èèyàn. You can say, just like the phrase, tí èèyàn bá, if someone. It can also mean if people. Tí èèyàn bá. But if you want to be specific and you want to be clear that you're talking about a group of people, then you need to add the word àwọn. Tí àwọn èèyàn. Now, in that context, you were specifically saying people. Is timba a version of timoba? Yes, exactly. So timba is when you're saying it. You shouldn't write it as timba is to be timoba when you're writing it. But when you're saying it, timba mue, timba like that, timba shekniko. So timoba, if I want to do something, that is well done for that. Okay. So you understand the concept of using ti ba as if. Okay. Tí mo bá, yes, is the version. Okay, so if you have any question on this one, please do let me know, because now, you're welcome. You're welcome. So we will be moving to the other slide. Please let me know if you understood this one. Téèyàn bá is how you say it. Tí èèyàn bá is how you would write it. If you said tí èèyàn bá, when you're speaking, you're gonna sound weird to a Yoruba person, like, tí èèyàn bá sọ pé, like, okay, what are you? It's not wrong, it's just weird. So when you're speaking, remember to say téèyàn bá, téèyàn bá. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, do you understand this one very well? Please do let me know. So speaking and writing Yoruba is always different. It is not always, in most cases. You know, it's just like when you're speaking English. I want to go out. That is how you would write it. I want to go out. But if you're speaking like, I want to go out. Yeah, so it is something like that. I want to go out. Like that. So, tí èèyàn bá and téèyàn bá. I'm gonna teach contraction in Yoruba in future lessons, okay? So don't worry about that. Just understand the concept of how Yoruba words work, okay? Okay, so téèyàn bá is the first phrase. Téèyàn bá is spoken. Ẹ káàárọ̀, hey, welcome. Oh, thank you very much. So down here, it is ọ̀sán because it's actually 1:30. I think it's more the sound that we get merged contracted in the speech. Yes, exactly. It is. I'm going to teach more on the contraction in Yoruba in a future class, hopefully. All right, so I'm going to move to the next slide, which is this one. So the next one we'll be looking here is this one. Wá pé, wá pé, wá pé. Yes, so when you're speaking, yes, exactly. When you're speaking, you relax your tone. That is what it means when you're like, you're contracted. Tí èèyàn bá and téèyàn bá, like that. That's how you do it. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so in this slide, we're going to be looking at the next phrase, which is wá pé, wá pé. I hope you're practicing the pronunciation as I'm saying these words, because I want you to be engaged in this lesson, and this is the only way it will help you. Don't just look at it, please try to be involved in it, okay? Wá pé. Wá pé means noun say, but it can also mean now complete. It depends on the context of the sentence that will determine if you mean now say and now complete. And also, it kind of depends on the region. Wá pé is not something you would hear every day from day-to-day communication or conversation to mean now say. Unless, of course, if you're in the Oyo region or you're towards Ibadan. Yes, I will. I will do that. I will have a lesson going over the accents of the words. Yes, yes, absolutely. So the tone marks on them. Exactly. So, wa means to come. It can also mean to find. It can as well mean to search. That is, oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. No problem. That is one thing about, oh, you're from Oyo. Or is it Ibadan? Which one of them? Oh, lovely. So the one thing about Yoruba word is homonym is very big in Yoruba words. So one word can have 1,000 meaning. Wow, that's an exaggeration. Hey, from Ibadan. Oh, that's really lovely. Well done and thank you for joining. So Ibadan people will always use the accents wakwe. You would hear wakwe a lot. Yeah. It is a bit of a tricky language. It is a bit of a tricky language. But the thing I say to a lot of people is the moment you actually understand standard Yoruba, trust me, you will be able to pick up every other Yoruba accent, whatever the region it is. Every other one. It will be easy for you. Just make sure you understand the basic Yoruba itself, and other things will be easy for you. Hey, I'm more Ibadan pon bi by gone. There are a lot of people from Ibadan here. Yeah, so you never learn how to read Yoruba. Don't worry. I hope that I'll be able to help you in a way to be able to read Yoruba. Reading Yoruba is not really that difficult. You just need to be a bit dedicated to it. A bit of commitment is what you need, and you'll be able to read Yoruba as much as you can. Okay? So gradually, oh, I'm glad to see that I've been helping you a lot. Gradually. Okay, so let's carry on with the lesson. Wakwe. Now, how would wakwe mean now complete? Do you offer lessons on any other platform or privately? Right. No, I don't do private lessons, but I have lessons on Instagram, on my YouTube. I have a podcast as well that teaches Yoruba. So check up the link in my bio and you'll be able to get to it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, you know what I'm going to do? Let me finish up this lesson and then I'll take all of your questions, okay? All right, so please, let's finish up with this lesson and then I'll take all your questions. Please write the questions down so you don't forget. And I'll be happy to take all the questions that you have later, okay? Yes, you're welcome, no worries. Okay, so when wakwe means now complete, it is used in the sense that, so say for example, you put out an advert that you're looking for people to work for you. Okay, but you already found all the people you want now, but you forgot to take down the adverts. All right, so somebody now saw the advert and be like, oh, can I please apply to work with you? And like, oh, can you see how wakwe means now complete? Like, oh, I'm no longer looking for anyone. I already have enough people that I want. They are complete now. Like that. Ah, Emma Bino, I will let you wakwe like that. That's how you mean wakwe means now complete. But in the context of this sentence, wakwe means now says. Okay? Now says. We can mean that or complete or to say. Okay? We. And the tone mark on we is mi, wa, mi, we, now says or now complete. In general, if people want to say something like téèyàn bá wá pé, what you would actually hear is téèyàn bá sọ. They will use sọ instead of wá pé. Téèyàn bá sọ pé. So in that sense, sọ means to say. Say that. Sọ pé. Say that. Téèyàn bá sọ pé. If someone says that or if someone said that. That is how you would use wá pé. How you would hear it in everyday Yoruba conversation is sọ. Okay, so can mean to say or to throw thing or to lose something. Like, mo sọ owó nù, I lose my money. Mo sọ òkúta, I threw the stone. Okay, so can mean to say something or to throw or to lose. So in the context of this sentence, we're looking at sọ as to say. Téèyàn bá sọ pé, alright? Téèyàn bá wá pé, both mean the same thing. Téèyàn bá sọ pé, if someone says. Téèyàn bá wá pé, if someone says. Okay? Do we understand that? Please, if you have any question, write it down and we'll go over it again. Alright? Now, I'll move to the next slide, which is the next sentence. Or actually the next phrase, sorry. And this one is here. The next phrase says, ẹni re ò sí o. Ẹni re ò sí o. Ẹni re. Now, there is a bit of an omission in this word, or that, should I say phrase? There is an omission in the phrase. Ẹni re. It's actually ẹni ire. But like I explained before, when you're speaking Yoruba, there are contraction done and there are some omission that is done as well. Ẹni re, ẹni re, ẹni re, ẹni re. Can you see that you didn't really hear the E before? Ire. Ẹni re, ẹni re, ẹni re, ẹni re. Like that. Ẹni ire. That is the full pronunciation of it, the full way you would write it down. Ẹni means a person or someone. Any, something. So whenever you use any in a sentence, it has to accompany another word, kind of like describing someone. So for example, in my name, Eniola, Eniola. So if any means a person, what does Ola mean? That's an assignment I'm giving you to work on. We're going to discuss it after this lesson is done, okay? Eni, what's the meaning of my name? Eniola, okay, Eni is a person. What does the rest mean? What meaning does it have? Okay, ire is good. Now, this good is not the good of you saying, oh, something is nice, like, oh, I bought my book and my book is good. No, not that. Person of wealth, yes, that is correct. Well done. You're doing really well, yes. So, Ola means wealth, okay, and person of wealth. Eniola, yeah, that's my name. All right, so ire means to have a good behavior, to do good things, goodness in a kind of way. So when you have a good character or you have a good personality or you're very giving, like that, ire. So do you do good to people? Enire. When you say, could you say kò sí enire? Yes, we will get there. We will get there. You can say kò sí enire, and you're saying that there are no good people. There are no good people. Kò sí enire. All right, that is correct. Well done. So enire ò sí o. Now, what I'm saying about the accents now. Enire ò sí o is more like a dialect on its own. Téèyàn bá wá pé enire ò sí o. In a common day-to-day conversation from other region of Yoruba, it would be téèyàn bá sọ pé kò sí enire, like that. Téèyàn bá sọ pé kò sí enire. Do you see the way that that works now? Téèyàn bá sọ pé kò sí enire or téèyàn bá sọ pé enire ò sí o, they both have the same meaning, saying there are no good people or there is no good person in this world. Good people do not exist anymore. So it's òsí, O in itself is an alphabet as well as a word. Okay, O means not. It is a word that is used as a negation in Yoruba, not. Enire òsí, and sí is to not exist. So when you put it together, òsí, it is used to say there is none or there is no existence. Enire osi, there are no good people. So it's used as a negation. And the next one, I think I've explained that. Eni ire. So this is how you will write it down. Eni ire. Eni rere ire rere. This one is actually the easiest one when it comes to tone marks, because I know a lot of Yoruba learners struggle with tone marks. A lot of you have said to me, oh, how do I say this? How do I know this is the tone mark? How do I know this one? Let me give you a quick trick on this one. Whenever you see a Yoruba word, okay, anytime you see a Yoruba word with no tone marks on it, there is no mark going this way or tone mark going that way, know that it has the re tone sound, okay? Re tone mark. Eni, rere, ire, rere, okay? Eni, re, re. That is what it is, all right? Eni, re, osio, there is no good person or there are no good people. Okay, if you have a question on this one, please write it down and I'm going to go through all of your questions, okay? Now we're moving to the next slide, which is the next phrase, and it's this one. Now, this is ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. Ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. Ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. Ẹ has two functions in this sentence. It is used as honorific as well as saying you, as in a group of people. So when you say to someone, you're being respectful. And I always encourage my learners, please, when you're speaking to a Yoruba person, if they are not your friend and if you're meeting them for the first time, you're an acquaintance, please use when you're speaking to them, okay? That way you'll make a lot of friends quickly, because courtesy, it's something that is big in Yoruba culture. When you show respect, as in the friendship will just flow immediately, like, especially if it's the older generations, they look at you like, you reach their heart and you'll be able to ask them anything. So when you see Yoruba person for the first time, you're not friends, you don't really know them, you don't know if they are older than you or if they are younger than you, just use the word to break the ice, okay? Means you, but honorific you, all right? To show respect. Okay, and bere. Now, this bere can be beere. Beere. I also got this book by Anthony Ayetunde. Okay, yeah, it's a good one as well. We're gonna look at that together later, okay, please. So all of your questions, just put them together. We will discuss it together when this lesson finishes, and I'll take your questions, okay? Sorry, I don't want to get distracted. Okay, so bere, 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 to ask something. And it can also be said as bere, bere. Now, bere is not commonly used in everyday conversation. Bere will be seen in books. Okay, so if you look at like academic books or in the Bible, kind of things like that, you will see bere. Can bere. Oh no, so the the alphabet, the spellings seem similar, but it's not the same. Bere and bere. Bere is to start. Be is bere, to start. But bere, be. Can you see the difference in the way I pronounce them? Be, 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 be. Bere, to ask. Bere, to start. Okay? I'm gonna do a short video on that one and I'll upload it so you can see the difference. So it's not the same. No, it's not the same spelling. They sound the same, but the spelling is different. Yeah, it can also mean to bend, to bend forward, yeah, or to bend low, yeah. So bere, yeah, it can mean that as well. Okay, but in this sentence, béèrè is question, and béèrè is what you would hear every day. Ṣé ti béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, ṣé ti béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn, ṣé mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, like that. That is what you would hear in everyday conversation. But béèrè is also to ask, which is mi dodo. Béèrè. Like I said, this you would see in academic books or in a very, very official kind of way. That's when you would see béèrè being used. Okay? So either you see béèrè or béèrè. Please do know it both means to ask. Okay? All right. The next one is lọ́wọ́ ọ. Lọ́wọ́ ọ. Now, this one is a little bit tricky because in the context of this sentence, it means from. Okay? Lọ́wọ́ ọ, it means from. But what it actually means is ní ọwọ́. Ọwọ́ is your hands. So at and is what lọ́wọ́ actually means. But when it's used in sentences like this, it picks up different meaning. So, mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ. I asked from you. From. Lọ́wọ́. And the or at the end of lọ́wọ́ is an inflection that appears when you were speaking. Lọ́wọ́ or. Lọ́wọ́ or. This has to do with the tone mark placement. If you're writing it down, if the or is not there, placing a tone mark on it will be a bit difficult. Lọ́wọ́, 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 mimi, mimi, lọ́wọ́ or re. Used in the sentence. Lọ́wọ́ or re. So when lọ́wọ́ is in isolation by itself, it is lọ́wọ́, mimi, lọ́wọ́, mimi. But when it is used in a sentence, depending on the word that is next to it, in this situation, which is re, do, re, lọ́wọ́, re. If the or is not there, it will sound weird because mi, do. That is what you will hear. Lọ́wọ́, re, lọ́wọ́, re. It sounds weird. But to balance up the inflections and the intonation, the inflections and the intonation, you have to put the o, lọ́wọ́, o, re. Mi, re, do. Lọ́wọ́, o, re. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọ rẹ̀. All right? Okay, so let's go to re. Re is him or are. Re. Re is not what you would hear in everyday conversation as usual. So instead of re, you will just hear e. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. So if I said mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, then I won't need to add the o, because I'm not going to say mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọ ẹ̀. It doesn't make sounds weird. So if it's written as mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ọ rẹ̀, if the r is there, ri, re, then the o has to be in the sentence. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. But if it is just saying mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, the re is not part of it, then you can just say mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ without the o. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. In movies, in dialects, you would hear mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀. But in everyday conversation between you and I, mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kò dá mi lóhùn. See that? Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, mímí dò, lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Fluid, like that. All right. So the next word we're looking at is pé. I think I touched on this one earlier. Pé means that. It can mean that, or to complete, or to say. But in the context of this sentence, it means that. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé. Mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. Ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé. So if you use mo béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ pé, I asked him that. Like that. But if I said ẹ béèrè lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, yeah, you ask him or you asked him. Okay? So ẹ is honorific, béèrè or béèrè both mean to ask. And lower means from in the context of the sentence. Lower or is an inflection that appears whenever we're speaking. And sometimes it depends on the word that comes after it, which is ri, ebere lowo re, ebere lowo e. Do you see the difference now? And pe means that or to say. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Please, if you have any question, do write it down. And the moment this is done, we are going to talk about the questions. All right? Okay, let's move to the next slide. And that is show no. There. Show no. Another contraction here. Show no. Show no. Show no is what you would say when you're speaking. Show. But when you're writing it, it actually is she ohun. She ohun. She here is a question marker that we use in Yoruba. If you want to ask a question that has to do with did, is, she, or does, a question marker, you would say she. She eti jẹun, have you eaten? She ẹ fẹ́ sùn, do you want to sleep? Ṣé wọ́n máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Do you do that? Like that. So she is a question marker that is used a lot in a lot of Yoruba questions. Did you do it? Did you see it? Have you eaten? Like that. Ṣé ẹ ti jẹun, so it can be have you as well. So when you want to ask a question, it's very easy to turn a Yoruba sentence into a question. Mo ti jẹun. Mo ti jẹun. I have eaten. Just remove the mo at the beginning of it and put she in front of it and it becomes a question. Ṣé o ti jẹun? Have you eaten? Simple, isn't it? All right. So the next word there is ohun. Ohun. Ohun is Yoruba in English means he, she, or it. Ohun. Ohun. It can also be o, depending on how you use it in a sentence. It can also be o. For example, o ti lọ. He has left. In that situation, you will not say ohun ti lọ. It's not wrong, it's just weird. And it's not used like that. Ohun ti lọ. But most you would hear o ti lọ. O ti lọ. O ti jẹ. He has eaten. O ti jẹun. Like that. Okay? And the next word there is na. 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 So na means to, also, and as well. But it's a tricky word to use. There is a comprehensive lesson on no in one of the episodes of my podcast. I think it should be level 2, lesson 15. I am not certain, but yes, I actually broke down the meaning of no and how to use it. How you use no with a verb is different from how you would use no with a pronoun or a noun. Okay, so please listen to it and you would get the full explanation of how to use no. Or no can mean to, also, or as well. So show no, does he also, does he as well, like that. Ṣé òun no, does he, she, or it also, or does he, she, or it too, like that. Ṣé òun no. Remember, ṣé òun no is how you would write, and you can say ṣé òun no when you're speaking. Okay? Ṣé òun náà, náà, middle, náà, ṣé òun náà. He, she, or it as well. Okay. Any question on this one, please write it down and we're going to talk about it. We're nearly getting to the end of it anyway, so very soon I'll be taking your questions. All right. And now the next slide that explains the last phrase in here is this one. Hùwà re. Hùwà re. Hùwà re. Hùwà re. When you see in Yoruba word, this one too is a bit confusing for some people because they look at it and they're like, is that not a consonant? Why does it have a tone mark on it? It is a consonant that acts as a vowel. So in Yoruba, only a vowel letter can have a tone mark. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be doing this. Okay. All right. So only a vowel letter can have a tone mark on it. So this is different from ni. Okay. I will make a different sentence for you. All right. Let's just finish this in the context of this sentence altogether. Unhua. Okay. So unhua here means to be behaving good. To be behaving good. That is what unhua. Iwa. To huwa is to behave. Who here is to act, but this who is only used when you're referring to a character. Okay, who iwa, to behave or behavior or character, to act or character. Who iwa. Iwa is your behavior, your personality, your character. That is what iwa is. Iwa. But when it is put together with huwa, it becomes a verb. Iwa on its own is a noun. But when you add it together with who, it takes it away from a noun and it becomes a verb. Huwa, behaving. Okay? Iwa, to behave, to have a character. Huwa, to behave, your behavior, you're behaving in a certain way. So it's the present continuous. It can be present continuous. It's not just for present continuous. It's not just monjeon. Monjeon is something that you're doing right now, present tense. I am eating. Okay? It can also be I have been eating, which is more like a past continuous. I had been eating. Moti jeun. So in any sentence where you need ing, you need to use in it. Any sentence where you need ing, maybe it's past tense, present tense, future tense. As long as there is ing in that word, you need in it. Okay? Motin lo, I am now going. Moti sun. Kotode, I had been sleeping before he arrived. Okay? You're welcome. All right. So, huwa, like as I was explaining, is the verb of iwa, which is a noun. And as I explained before, ire is to be good, to have a good personality, to have a good character. Okay? Unhuware. Now, unhuware will not be used just by itself. I have picked this out from the sentence so that I can break it down for you. Now, to make another sentence with huwa, you can say, Iru ihwa wo le nwu. Or, kesakwe, huwa dada o. You're not behaving well. Huwa dada. Okay? You're not behaving well. All right? So, the sentence altogether. I know we've been breaking them all down, saying I hope you understand all of the breakdown. But now to put it back all together, this is what it is. Here. So, téèyàn bá wá pé ẹni re ò sí o, ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ pé ṣóun náà hùwà re. If someone says there are no good people, you should ask the person, are they behaving good as well? Do you understand the breakdown of this sentence now? Please do let me know if you understand. Okay, so now this saying, this sentence is a bit dialectical to people from Ibadan or your area. This is how they would say it. Now, if I'm gonna say this in a regular day voice, did you see the difference? I don't know. Maybe, okay, I'm too fast. Let me bring it down. You see the way I said that? And this one that says, I don't know if you got the difference from it. It's a very slight difference. That's why I said, if you understood Yoruba very well, the standard Yoruba, you'll be able to pick up any accent from any of the Yoruba region. Okay? So, this is, yes. Okay, good. I'm glad you can hear the difference. So, it is the other one that you would hear all the time. Like that. Okay, so this is the explanation of this sentence, and now I can take your questions. All right, here we go. So, what are the questions that you have and you want to ask me about Yoruba or this sentence that we've been discussing so far? Do you have any question on this particular one, or just a Yoruba question that you have and you've been thinking about? Oh, okay. Huware differently. We can say huware. In most times, it's always directed to a third person. So you can say Bola huware o. Bola huware is mostly used in like a past tense sentences. The huware o, iware kodo hunye o. Like that. Oh, huware, you did not behave well. You did not have a good behavior. Or you can say as well, Emma binu, ma suffer ko ma huware. Okay? I will tell my friends to behave good, to behave well. Ko ma hu iware. Ma suffer ko ma huware. Like that. So, in most times, it is used like in the past tense or in the future tense. Unhuware, it has to be when you're saying like sentences like this. So, no huware. When you're talking to your friends like, my other friend is so wicked, he does this, he does that, to a certain person, then you can ask the person like, your other friend, so no huware. Like, is he also behaving good as well? I don't know if I'm making sense. Do you understand that? Please let me know. Let me know if you understood my explanation of that. But yeah, that is how you say huware. Okay? Shen huware sha. Are you behaving well? Shen huware. Good. Thank you very much. So you can say to your friends, Emma huware o. Iware ni ke Emma hu. So that is when you use who. Is only used together with iwa, character, behavior, like that. Okay? All right. Do let me know if you have any more questions. Okay? So, as I said before, I'm going to try to make this regular, like do Friday lessons, Yoruba lessons on TikTok. I'll try to make it as regular as possible. So, what are the things that you would like me to cover? So if I'm going to do this on a regular basis, what would you like me to talk about? What discussion would you like to have? One of the things I have in mind is to read Yoruba books to you. All right. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. Slangs. Okay. Yeah, I can definitely do that. We'll do that. Yeah, I will try as much as possible to make Friday lesson a regular. Okay. I know formal Yoruba, but I would love to learn some slang. Okay, yes, I will definitely do contraction. I'll do formal Yoruba. And right, as I said before, this is my very first live. So I don't really know if I can save this for you to see it again. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and find out about that. When I finish today, I'll see if I can save this and then I'll put it up on YouTube for you all to be able to watch, or put it on my Instagram so that you can watch it again. And also, I think it's now possible to upload a 10 minutes long video on TikTok. So it's a thing I can break down as well and just put it on TikTok as well. Okay? Yeah, but I'm not sure. Oh, song translation. Yeah, that's a lovely one. Oh, I can save them. Ah, okay. Thank you very much for that. I didn't know I could do that. This is my very first live on TikTok, so I don't really know much about how TikTok works and all of that. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes, if you can find them, and definitely tag me on them. And yes, proverbs, yeah, those are deep ones, but yeah, we can definitely do proverbs. Yes, I am definitely taking note of all of these things that you want me to do, and I will discuss all of them one after the other. So we'll break it down and see how it goes. Yeah, proverbs. Oh, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate the fact that you're all here and you're engaging. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. How would you greet a friend versus an elder? Oh, right. So that is when you need to use for honorific. When you want to greet someone older than you, you need to use ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ káàsán, ẹ kúrẹ̀lẹ́, ẹ káalẹ́, ẹ kú ìjókòó, ẹ kú oúnjẹ. All of that. Please make sure you use when you're referring to an elderly people. And it's not just limited to elderly people. If you're talking to someone in a position of authority, even if that person is younger than you, but that person is your boss, you need to use okay? Is how you refer to them when you're speaking to them. Yes, with the honorific. Okay, so when you want to greet your friend, you don't need to use you can just say, káàárọ̀, báwo ni, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, like that. That's how you would greet your friend. So you don't need to use the honorific. Okay, generally say things in Yoruba first and then repeat in English when you can. All right, okay. Mo máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, I will do that. Mo máa ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, I will do that. Okay? Oh, lovely. That's it. Lovely. You understood what I said. That is good. So Instagram, YouTube, podcasts, TikTok, this is where you find me. I Speak Yoruba Too. Okay? Thank you all so much for joining today. And that's going to be it for today. And I hope to see you next Friday at the same time. I am really thankful that you joined me today. Okay? I'll see you guys next week. Marini Osetombo. I'll see you next week. Odabo. Bye everyone. Thank you very much. Bye bye.